Alrighty, we got some heckin' React content. The rapid downfall of DBD's rival VHS. 51k views, 2.7k likes. I wish I could see dislikes so we could like know how like good it is, but YouTube moment. Honestly, I played a lot of VHS with Dowsey in the closed beta and on both sides, Monster and on Teens, so I'm sure he has a pretty good understanding of what's poppin', and as someone who streamed the game a bunch, and actually even when he had like over 1,000 viewers one time, he rated my stream when I was playing VHS, so that was cool. But let's get into it.
What the heck is happening with VHS? How did a game go from being Dead by Daylight's next big rival to literally, as of an hour ago, having 72
I'm one of those 72, baby. VHS fan moment.
Case of content creators overhyping a game to oblivion, especially a game in the 4v1 scene where Dead by Daylight is king. But trust me that the story of how VHS went from this to this is way more tragic than you could ever imagine. And it all started back in August of 2021 when VHS tweeted out their reveal trailer. And initially, it was received really well. People were super excited for the 80s vibe with synthwave touches.
VHS has a million number of
fans. Gameplay, one of them. Werewolves in it. They were extremely hyped for the trailer, and that hype was real. By the time Thanksgiving rolled around in 2021, VHS had already passed 50,000 Steam wishlists and it had climbed to the top 30.
And that was my birthday.
Upcoming games. So you'd think that VHS's marketing budget and strategy was pretty good, right? So we're gonna do a quiz, all right? How much did VHS spend on marketing? Was it A, $10,000? Was it B, $100,000? Or was it C, $1 million? Remember, they are Canadian. Answer now. Bum, 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 bum,
oh,
bum,
really? Wait, they actually
bum,
spent money? Oh my god.
Bum, bum, bum. Psych. The answer was
zero. Okay. I was right. Trick question. Yeah, okay.
On marketing.
I'm gonna pause real quick. Dude, okay, I'm telling you, I'm still coping on VHS coming back alive when ads are rolling and when full release is out and we got some big streamers hashtag adding. I'm telling you.
Which I guess did not matter, right? Because
it was going crazy.
Picked up the game and we're extremely hyped for it, making videos on VHS before it was even.
Dude, look at this! 500,000 views on that Trickster Shadow video, bro. It's crazy.
Released to be able
crazy,
to play,
man.
Gaining hundreds of thousands of views. And I think it's important that I teach you guys a little lesson on influencer marketing, because this is like the #1 way that publishers currently get games in front of audiences is by working with influencers. CPM is an important term in this. It essentially stands for cost per mil. It's the price companies will pay for every 1,000 views a video receives. For a YouTube integration, what you do is you take the average views over 5 videos and then you multiply it by an industry standard CPM for gaming YouTube videos, which for gaming videos is $20. So if someone averages 200,000
bro, getting that YouTube monetization,
their videos are worth about $4,000 US, and that's just gaming videos. In finance, it's literally 10 times that, by the way. So if you look at all the videos previously, right?
Holy
this is
shit.
How much value each one of these videos brought to VHS. On screen is literally $33,500 worth of value from these content creators who love the game and made videos out of the goodness of their heart. But that doesn't even take into account Twitch streamers, right? And it's different on Twitch, right? So
yeah, you know it, Xander.
Average viewership, one VHS streamer averaged 2,323 viewers. This streamer streamed VHS for 277 hours. That's a total of $424,000, and that's on the low end.
Almost 420 number,
for indie games.
But nice number.
High-end company or client, you could charge upwards of $772,000. And I think it's important to declare that, you know, people don't get paid for how much they stream the game. On Twitch, it would be like 60 to 120 minutes of playing the game and you charge for that. On YouTube, it's like a 10-minute dedicated video. So it's fair to say VHS received millions of dollars worth of free organic influencer marketing. But they actually had something even more valuable. They had this, the average Dead by Daylight fan in 2021. They were not happy because in 2021, Dead by Daylight was having the largest exodus of players the game had ever seen. Stuff like Resident Evil releasing in the buggiest state, not even being able to play RPD for months. Skill-based matchmaking released in September of 2021.
Skill-based matchmaking still remains the one thing I hate the most.
A strong circle of healing rules and behavior worked with Boss Protocol to turn Pinhead into an NFT wearing sunglasses. People were not happy with Dead by Daylight with behavior, and they were leaving the game fast. And all of a sudden, when players started leaving, VHS announced that it was coming out, and they weren't afraid to take shots at Behavior Eva. They said they're making VHS because they love classic monsters, horror, and the 4v1 genre. They had no interest in NFTs. They wanted to make something special. The Dead by Daylight fans had found
Sam G was doing fucking work on that tweet.
VHS. So basically, VHS had the perfect recipe to succeed. They had lots of hype. They had a disenfranchised Dead by Daylight player base and excited content creators. So what did they do? They launched a surprise closed beta, and that was the first of their mistakes. A surprise closed beta.
Okay, so I think, is he doing a PowerPoint? He's streaming, has a PowerPoint with his cam on it. Dude, that was he's fucking... This guy's a fucking beast.
To it immediately. They launched a Blood Hunt event because they were worried about
oh
people
my
going
god
to the closed beta. But this wasn't even announced. There was no lead up. They just said tomorrow closed beta coming, and it didn't go well for them. Initially, people couldn't even play the game for 24 hours. It took 24 hours for people to get their keys after the closed beta was meant to start. But people were excited for the game, and VHS started off strong, peaking at 11,000 viewers on Twitch when
this is when my channel was at its biggest. You see the feeble, weak place I'm at now, man. Yo, I was about 100 of these 10,000.
Closed beta started.
Pretty much.
Unfortunately for them,
who Meggy
before.
Very happy I was.
They fixed the bugs. They launched new keys, which then broke the game more. So they had to go into maintenance. They fixed that, and then they gave more keys out. It did a job of increasing hype a little bit. The game peaking at 17.
I don't know if he's going to cover this, but I'm going to preface this again. Valorant and like Riot Games with Valorant did the best key system. They took big streamers, gave them keys, and then they said, hey, viewer, you watch the game, aka free advertising, kind of like that CPM junk you was talking about before. And then you can get keys and you can play the game. That was the best closed beta and I've ever experienced, and it did so much work, and Valorant's still popping right now.
And people wanted to know where their keys were. And then at the peak of all of this, Christmas rolled around, and the Hellbent team took a break from December 24th to January 3rd, which makes sense. Of course, you're going to give your employees a Christmas break. But remember that average Dead by Daylight fan from before?
They hate that. Well, they hate that.
The VHS fan was starting to look a little bit like them because all they wanted was a key to get into the Beyond
I had a key,
and start playing VHS. And they were losing interest in the game. The player base that watched VHS on Twitch dropped massively from December.
This was also
January.
me.
They killed their own hype, and they had to work really hard to get people back interested in the game. They released 7 key waves in a month between January and February to try and get people back into VHS and excited for the game, and it worked a little bit. They jumped the viewership up to 5.4 thousand, but then they made their second big mistake. They got DDoS attacked. In February 15th, the game had lots of issues. On the 16th, they put the game into maintenance.
I haven't at Fatoros, but I don't really know too much about CPM. So even if he's rough ball on it, he knows more about it than I do. Case in point, the money was made. You know what I mean? So
mode. And the following day, they announced to the community that they suffered a string of attacks that continued.
I'm not trying to take that 500,000 number to heart. You know what I mean? I've seen Will. He's not living the life of grandeur or anything.
The attack didn't access any of the internal systems. No, this was a DDoS attack, which
a boy on that grind, though.
It's a good time to mention the fact that this video is sponsored by NordVPN.
Oh my god, ad.
NordVPN is excellent for gamers because it can stop DDoS, get access to your IP address, and then DDoS you through that. Just boot up NordVPN on it, Office on Android right now. Internet, I'm pretty big. Get /NordVPN DDoS. Who knows? But now that VHS has been DDoS, VHS goes offline. Only for a week, actually. But they didn't really have an ETA on when it would come up. Sorry, I said a week. I meant 2 weeks. VHS went down. Still no confirmed ETA.
Yeah, I'm a
making significant improvements
Twitch Turbo user.
The security of the game. Sorry, 3 weeks.
I'm a
VHS
YouTube premium. I'm an ad block on YouTube person.
It was actually 4 weeks. That VHS was
my wife watches YouTube all the time. I
they
offered
decided
premium.
to
She
actually give us
just
the
doesn't
idea
care.
of
So
what was happening. Basically, they had to fix the security.
not
They
their
wanted to
third
take an
mistake.
in-depth
They
look
couldn't control.
back end. What they wanted
I
to do
think what they did after being DDoS, taking all that time to fix their shit before, I would assume going open before I assume would be full release. You know what I mean? But they literally did their security thing and went straight back into closed beta. That was goofy. But yeah, taking time to make sure your game's secure before it's out and people are spending money is absolutely okay. I'm really happy they did that.
the end of this week is enter lock.
It felt so awful streaming DBD, being on PTB when like content creators were getting their IPs leaked and shit.
Down phase, right? And that leads us into mistake number 4, which is VHS didn't set expectations correctly. By weeks 5 and 6, VHS was still offline and they missed their lockdown phase goal. In week 7, they hosted a Q&A where they actually didn't set any date expectations whatsoever, but they did tell us that VHS, when it does come out of maintenance, continue in closed beta. By week 8, they finally entered the lockdown phase they said they would enter 4 weeks ago. And they also let us know that the closed beta would come back on Steam. Week 10, they kind of apologized that the game was offline, and they said that this is their first time doing live ops in a multiplayer game, that they didn't want to provide an ETA because if they got it wrong, then people would be disappointed. And if they crunched hard to push it, then they would release a buggy project. So they wanted to build trust and rapport with their community, but they didn't set anyone's expectations at all. There was a period between February 16th when VHS got taken offline to May 28th when VHS finally came back up and launched its closed beta, resulting in 3.5 months of
100 days of darkness.
But VHS's audience excitement, the people who want to play the game, not having any expectations met, and there was a real risk at this point that the average VHS fan was going to start looking like this.
Me.
They weren't going to exist
VHS
anymore.
comeback,
yes.
yes.
Mistake number 5, VHS rebranded to Video Horror Society. Now, this is an unfortunate thing because they wanted to call themselves VHS globally, but they couldn't get the trademark for it, so they had to rebrand.
Everyone calls Dead by Daylight DBD.
Name, right?
I think VHS Video Horror, that's fine. It was literally already Video Horror Society.
I remember when I streamed VHS, the second closed beta, and it was called Video Horror Society, and people were like, oh, what game is this? When's VHS coming back? People just didn't connect the dots. Rebans are really bad.
Twitch chatters are impressive. True.
Going through the floor and people not understanding who your game is, and this hurt
I mean, true. Actually,
know it was the same game. And
I was about to be like, nah, but nah, true. People really didn't know it was back.
They launched closed beta number 2. They launched it, and they didn't even give people access to it immediately. It took 7 days for anyone who had closed beta to get access to closed beta number 2. The progress
I got into it on day 1, but I was just lucky.
Removed. You had to start again, and initially they said that no one else would get access to the closed beta, only the people who had access before. Everyone else had to wait for early access. But to be fair to them, they did roll that back. They did start letting people into the closed beta, and Twitch viewer numbers, well, basically went from 5.4 thousand.
Yo, this one person in April, this is the person who would they would stream VHS news around the clock, and they would just have like the Hellbent site up or their Twitter and just refresh. Do you remember? Because it would have my A, it would have this emote on their screen, and they would have their rat like crawling. You know what I mean?
In February,
do you remember that?
5.2 thousand in May.
It'd have like 2 or like 10 viewers or something.
Bringing it back, but that is a massive period where the game was offline and out of mind. Leading to mistake number 7, in June, the VHS Discord server got hacked. On June 6th, VHS Discord server got compromised. I believe what happened was Hellbent CEO's account got compromised. They got access to his Discord. They got access
getting reset. Yeah, they should have just like good point, Kuke-sama. I mean, I like Grinded again, but I know some people don't.
Link here to a program called starshooter.exe. Anyone who downloaded this lost control of their Discord server and accounts. Wait, NordVPN, we've already done the integration. I know that you can protect against this, but come on, dude, all right? Get away. Okay, the Discord server, it took 1 day to be removed from Discord entirely. It meant that people were losing access to their Dis accounts, losing faith in Hellbent. Thankfully, 3 days later, Discord brought the server back up, but by that point, a lot of damage had been done, which led to mistake number 8. The early access announcement, well, this is it. It looked like this on Discord as well. And in the announcement itself, of course, they posted an ETA, a date when the early access would start, right? No, actually, they didn't. There was no date when the early access would launch. And actually, if you go to their Discord server right now, you can see the first post is the announcement that early access is ready. And the second announcement is that early access is now live. No lead up whatsoever. And even worse, the average DBD fan was now looking like this. They were really happy. Behavior by this point in July was starting to listen to the community. Dead by
Dude, how quick Behavior fucking switched and started making good changes. I'm impressed. Hey, but the shit that still sucks is still there, so I don't care.
By Daylight's Steam charts were going up through the roof, the biggest revival the game had ever seen. Dead by Daylight fans had found a new shiny toy. Dead by Daylight. But
True.
thankfully, for VHS, there were 2 heroes on Twitch that could potentially bring the game back.
Not even
from the dead.
hashtag ad,
Soda
just
Poppin'
huge
and
streamers
Lured
and just
Out
playing it.
VHS and played VHS on stream.
Have you played the Video Horror Society yet? Mixed reviews July 18. Oh, it's like DBD? Okay. Oh, God. What the fuck is that walk? What the fuck? So is it DBD plus Overwatch?
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
You might be right. Dude, what the fuck?
Soda popping for an hour. He played 1 game of Teen,
We won? Wait, what?
1 game of Monster before saying, fuck this, logged out, did something else.
Okay, I didn't know I'd get 1 shot. What the fuck? What do I do? Oh, hey, he's here. Oh my god. Let me alt F4. Fuck this.
No, it's okay.
Nope.
They need like 20 more minutes or something like
I just alt F4.
Lyric played the game for 4 hours to 21,000 viewers, and obviously VHS's Twitch numbers skyrocketed.
Lyric
up to
fucking carried, my
51,500
dude.
peak viewers in July. Whoa. But it didn't really reflect an increase in player base when the game came
They did
to
not
early
play
access,
it.
because this is when VHS made its 9th mistake. The new player experience was bad. VHS was just too hard.
It is
New
too
players, and
hard.
people had been complaining about it for a long time. Stuff like Monster
Oh, no.
is underpowered, or actually
No, what
Monster is
happened?
just
Look, it's not a balance issue. I loved it. But I love this meme, dude. Oh.
fun. The problem was that it was hard to play Monster.
Monster's
It
hard.
was unfun
Monster's
to play
hard.
Monster. New players were struggling, and there was a lack of a proper in-game tutorial. And
$0
believe this
marketing,
problem?
so
Team was
fucking
actually
crazy, right?
really fun. That was a massive problem because Monster queues,
Yup.
well, they were 30 seconds long, maybe even less, but teen queues became 15 minutes because everybody wanted to play teen because of how unfun Monster was. And I guess VHS, after months of closed beta, and really it got split up by the DDoS attacks, they announced that they understood that the new play experience, the balanced queue times were an issue. But it took them literally from June 22nd until September the 1st to fix this. Over a month to make significant changes to the game. By the time these significant changes had came to the game, this was the Steam charts for VHS. It was too late.
That's my
Huge
game,
mistake
baby.
number
Oh,
10,
I queued up.
VHS's marketing,
My
or
bad.
therefore lack of it. Remember,
No wonder it
$0
looked weird.
marketing budget. If VHS was to
Don't
bring the
interrupt
game
my
back from
Gaussy
the dead,
video.
they would have to increase their marketing budget significantly. But I scoured the internet, and the only advert I could find for VHS was this one here when they released Deathwire, the new character in VHS from Intel, and it didn't really perform that good either, unfortunately, for VHS. The game's Twitch viewer numbers dropped from
That's me.
51.5
I'm the
to
Twitch
8.3 in August, and then up to double 16,000. But actually, I have a little bit of a confession to make. I'm sorry. I've kind of been misrepresenting the Twitch numbers because this is actually peak Twitch numbers. This is the average Twitch numbers for VHS. The game never peaked higher than 1,400 average Twitch viewers. The game kind of fell off on Twitch. So why did VHS fail? Well, because they surprise closed beta. They got DDoS attacked. They went offline for 3 months. They didn't manage their
Now, it says
expectations. They rebranded
failed.
to Video Horror
I would
Society.
say
They had a
why
second
VHS
closed beta.
is
Their server got
failing.
hacked. The early access announcement.
I don't think
VHS
we're
was
done
too hard
yet.
for new players, and they
We're not
didn't
done
really
yet.
market the game, and that's not even mentioning the fact that the game is still not out on console. It's really unfortunate.
True,
but VHS
true.
had a lot of
Console
potential. I
players will
think
go fucking
genuinely,
hard.
if things went well back at the end of 2021 and they launched their game well, throughout the 3.5 months of downtime, VHS could have been a genuine competitor for Dead by Daylight. But nowadays, we'll never really know what VHS could have been. So can they revive it then, Dowsy? Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, right? The game is good, but they don't have the marketing budget to push it out. And they've already hurt their player base in so many ways. From the DDoS attack, which made the game go offline.
Dowsy
people
thinks
felt
it's
cheated because no
unsalvageable.
expectations were set, to the
I think
Discord
it's
hack, which people
salvageable.
lost their Discord accounts due to hellbent security not being protected, to the fact that the game took so long to change the balance of both roles and fix the queues. Obviously, they've got through the worst parts of their game development journey, but Can they repair the relationship they have with their community who once was extremely excited for the game and get the game out in front of lots of people again? That's a hard task. Obviously, it's possible because we've seen Cyberpunk in the past.
It's
Literally,
possible.
Cyberpunk right now is having one of the biggest revivals the game has ever seen. So it's possible. If people were excited enough for a game, then yeah, you can bring it back. But Cyberpunk also has a massive budget and VHS doesn't. So who knows, man?
I feel like,
ending my TED Talk.
hey, people be dropping fucking cash for some heckin' VHS stuff, okay? I think, you know, a little bit of full release, a little bit of, I'll check it out. Forever Fall. Oh, purchase collection. Oh, look at the shop. Like, dude, I think they have all they need to make some money. I mean, people have been throwing hands for some Beetlejuice Dollmaster. But yeah, that was a Dowsey video on why VHS failed. I don't think VHS has it's fumbled quite a bit. Yeah, it fumbled quite a bit. But I still think it has a chance. My copium has shifted from, oh, when it's open beta, oh, when it's EA, people will play, which, you know, kind of was the case, but kind of not. I'm saying full release plus crossplay is coming back, baby. It's coming back. But yeah, thank you guys for watching that with me.